Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning wherever you are in the world today. Welcome back to I Am Living. But before we get started, this bright ass light, I gotta put my shades back on. You know what I'm saying? Today we're gonna talk about escaping victim mentality. My last video, I talked about how soft men make hard lives. Well, soft men become soft because they become victims and they don't find their way out of victimhood. So today we're going to talk about escaping victim mentality. Step number one, you got to forgive. Forgiveness reclaims your power. Clinging to anger of childhood trauma often allows the abuse to continue destroying a person's adult life. Actively choosing to forgive abusers is not about excusing their actions. Hell no, they're not getting away with this. But rather a strategic spiritual move that gives a person absolute power over the abuse itself. Step number two, reframing torment into a mental edge. Extreme adversity, teasing, and dysfunctional environments can either break a person or be harnessed to build lasting mental toughness. It is possible to view constant worrying and uncomfortable circumstances as the exact training ground that births a fighting spirit, ensuring that no one will ever allow themselves to be a victim in future circumstances. Those painful experiences actually provide unique mental edge. For example, Kobe, to get ready for the playoffs, he really brought that Mamba mentality because he asked the Marines to waterboard his ass. If you don't know what waterboarding is, look it up. I'm not Google. But Kobe was a tough motherfucker. Mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and of course, physically. Perfect example from a person that takes torment and makes it into a mental edge. Number three, accepting the soul's contract. What does that mean, accepting the soul's contract? Well, if you're familiar with the Bible, there's a verse that says, I knew you before you were in your mother's womb. That means that you had consciousness before you came into this human body. And a perfect book to break that down is called Journey of Souls. In this book, you will learn all about your soul's contract and what you came here for. And yes, this is true. Escaping the victim mentality requires a profound shift in perspective. Recognizing that the soul actually chose its parents and environment prior to birth. You've heard, I didn't ask to be born. Well, yes, you did. A brave soul chooses difficult paths because it knows it's strong enough to overcome the coping mechanisms it will inevitably develop, utilizing those specific lessons to ultimately achieve happiness and spiritual fulfillment. Now, you may be struggling with these three, but if you put your mind to it, there's nothing that you can't do. Escaping victim mentality, reframing torment into a mental edge, and accepting your soul's contract. If you just invest a little bit of time into these three things, you will change your reality. All three of these I evolved in my book, Runway to Ascension. I escaped the victim mentality. I reframed the torment I went through early in my life, which gave me a serious mental edge. And third, I accepted my soul's contract. I sit here today at 50 years old, having some life experience, to share this with you for one reason, because I love living. In world, I am living. So if I helped you in any kind of way, inspired you, go ahead, hit that like button, leave a comment. Let's build this community together. Peace.